Okay, so I'm a new guy. I'm coming out with diving with you. Walk me through 5 ways I could do it right and maybe a few ways I could do it wrong and I wouldn't get invited back.
Definitely turn up on time is a big one. Like, that's massive. I always think, I don't know if it's me being harsh or not, coming from my background of work, but it's like, well, if you're late, would you be late for work? Probably not. So why be late? You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
I think it's important to be on time because if you're late, then you're holding everybody else up and everyone's just keen to get out there. Pitching wherever you can on the boat, pitching for fuel with ice. Generally, when I was starting out, I learnt to like always ask the owner of the boat, hey, do you want me to grab a bag of ice? Or just grab a bag of ice anyway and bring it up. Like, that's like...
It's always good to have more.
Yeah, that's right.
With ice.
What else? Like, even after you get back, help with cleaning the boat, ask, hey, do you need a hand with this? And if the boat owner's like, no, you're right, mate, you can go, like, all good. But definitely pitching in and offering to pitch in for fuel, because at the end of the day, the person that owns a boat, it's expensive to own a boat.
Yeah.
Like, it...
Bring out another 1,000, I think it's...
Yeah, pretty much. So, like, you know, you got boat rego, trailer rego, you got maintenance of the motor, maintenance of the boat, maintenance of the trail, like, there's all the wear and tear, so... More like
the fuel is like the cheapest part of owning a boat.
That's right. So yeah, if you can definitely pitch in for fuel, highly recommend you pitch in for fuel. And if they say it's $50 for the day, you know, like, sweet, no dramas. And yeah, if you put in and
good attitude,
and you know, like, you definitely be asked back for sure. Like, yeah.
I've had blokes get seasick and they fall asleep when they're boaty. I've had guys that want to come in early because they've got night shift. To me, these are not things you do, particularly with people that aren't necessarily your mates. They're just people you're going spearing with for the day, and you're kind of there on their goodwill. So you've just kind of always got to keep that in mind, I reckon.
Yeah, I think so. Just, having respect as well. Like, if you're going out with someone, they're like, oh, what time will you be back? I'm just saying, I don't know. Yeah. So if you've got work that afternoon or...
Can't come.
It's just like, well, I can't guarantee you're going to be back. But mate, like, I've been out and guys like, hey, want to come dive? I'm like, yeah, I'll come dive. And what time are you going to... I'll be like, hey, do you have a rough idea? And they're like, oh, I'm not sure. And it's like, oh, I've got to leave for work at 2 o'clock or something. Oh, no, we'll can't guarantee. I'm like, no, all good. Like, I'll pass, but thanks.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
Or sometimes I have gone out and they're like, yeah, I've got to do something in the afternoon, so we'll make sure we're back before then. So it just all depends, like... Yeah,
it's quite professional. Maybe Spiro set up falling apart here again. What about in terms of like training? So you got potentially new guys coming out. If they have access to sort of training, like I know if you're in AUFQ, a lot of the time they subsidise like marine radio training, like marine first aid, your boat licence. There's quite a lot of tickets and stuff you can do along the way. Do you think they're all helpful? Do you think they're a baseline? I mean, what do you think?
I think just having a boat license is definitely handy, or even just being competent in driving a boat. You know, like, you can have a boat license and still not know how to drive a boat. It's a bit different in the river than out at sea. Being confident in driving a boat, even just general like first aid knowledge, is always handy for sure.
Yeah. Tourniquets are massive, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you carry them on your boat?
No.
What's your crew like?
I've got on my boat, when I have my boat running, I've got a first aid kit.
Yep.
And all the other guys I dive with, they got first aid kits, like just a basic sort of one.
Yeah. I mean, a major trauma is the biggest thing we're going to have to deal with. Like someone gets struck by a prop or a shark or something like that. That's or your dive knife, as I saw, like before. So learning how to deal with major bleeding, so I think pretty cool.